Hey everybody, it's me, Chris again. I'm gonna make for you today, I'll show you how to make a great pasta dish. It's chicken and broccoli with bow tie pasta and bacon in a nice cream sauce. It's unbelievable, you gotta try it. So let me show you the ingredients we're gonna use. We got some thick cut bacon over here. Now this is optional. I just had some I wanted to use in the freezer, so I took it out. You got your extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna need some white wine. This is a Pinot Grigio. I got some regular flour, some farfalle or bow tie pasta. I have some broccoli crowns that I cut up. And make sure you don't get rid of the stems. This is probably the best part of the broccoli. I got a couple cloves of garlic minced. I have some boneless, skinless chicken breast. This is a sheep's milk cheese that a friend of mine brought back from Sicily. So I just grated it up. It tastes almost like Parmesan. This is optional. This is grated Parmesan. I have some chicken stock here. And just a tip, if you're not going to use it, I only need half the can. I put the other half in this container and throw it in the freezer. I could use it next time I make pasta. I got some butter. I have my water boiling for my pasta. And I have a big pan to cook everything else with a lid so I can steam my broccoli. And I just need some kosher salt and pepper. So first thing I'm going to do, I'll start crisping up the bacon, and then we'll come back and we'll continue making our pasta dish. Okay, so my bacon is rendered down and nice and crispy, and I'm ready to take it out of the pan. I'm going to take it out with this strainer, and I'm going to put it into this bowl lined with paper towels, let it drain, and then I'm going to get rid of the extra grease that's in the pan because I don't want to cook my pasta with that. After I do that, I'll show you how we take care of the chicken. Okay, so my bacon I set aside, I'm letting it drain. I got rid of the extra grease out of the pan, I wiped out the pan. It's nice and clean, and we're ready to continue with our chicken and broccoli and bow tie dish. So I got this pan heating up on about number 2. I'm going to hit it with some olive oil, some extra virgin olive oil. It's about 2 or 3 tablespoons. And then a couple tablespoons of butter. And let that start to melt. And then I'll get my chicken ready. First I have to season it. Some kosher salt and some black pepper. Okay. Some fresh cracked black pepper. That should be good. And then I'll just mix it. Okay, and then I need some flour, and this is what's going to help thicken the sauce. So it's basically like making a roux. You want to put some flour on the chicken and get it nicely coated. Make sure you don't go back in with your spoon in case you want to save that flour for something else. So I'm going to flour this up. I'm going to get it frying with the olive oil and the butter, and then when we come back, I'll show you what our next step is going to be. All right, so once I got my chicken nice and coated with the flour, I put it in the pan to brown with the butter and the extra virgin olive oil, and now it's ready to flip. And you can see this chicken I cut up into chunks, a few pieces, but you can cut it in strips or leave the chicken cutlets whole. But you can see on the other side it's nice and golden brown. So I'm going to flip these over, let it cook on the other side, and then remove it and set it aside so we can cook our broccoli, and then we'll be ready to cook our pasta and finish the dish. Alright, so my chicken's nice and golden brown, it's cooked. I'm going to remove it to the side, and we'll be ready to cook our garlic and broccoli, and we'll be ready to start cooking the pasta. Alright, so I got my chicken set aside. Now I'm ready to, I have my heat turned down to low, but I want to turn the heat back up to medium high. I'm going to add my garlic. I still got enough oil in the pan for this. I don't need to add more. And start to let that brown a little bit. And man, that smells good. I'm going to put my broccoli in. Just a little kosher salt. And some black pepper. I'm just going to cook this for about 2 minutes. Alright, so I literally cooked the garlic and broccoli just for about 2 minutes. Now I'm ready to add my wine. Put about a cup. Maybe, yeah, about a cup. Alright, now I'm turning the heat up all the way to high because I need to cook the alcohol out of that wine, and at the same time cook down my chicken stock. So that's half a can. It's about 1 cup of chicken stock. Alright, it's on high. I'm going to cover this for about 4 or 5 minutes so the broccoli's halfway cooked, and then we're going to cook our pasta and finish the dish. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. My broccoli should be about halfway cooked. I'm going to salt the water for the pasta. And I just use the cheap salt for my pasta water. I don't want to use my good kosher salt for that. I'm going to add about a pound of the bow ties. Give it a stir. And this is a great tool because I want to take the pasta right out of the water and into the sauce. I don't want to strain it or ever wash it or anything. So I leave it out like that. You can uncover this. And then I almost forgot, obviously for cream sauce we need cream. So some heavy cream here. It's about a half a cup I'm going to put. Okay, you don't need to overdo it. And then just a little bit more pepper. You have to layer in the flavor and season as you go. And then a pinch of kosher salt. I'm going to stir this. And then just lower it down to medium. And I'll let that simmer, and then we'll be ready to put it all together. Okay, so my pasta's been cooking for about 4 minutes. I still got another 6 minutes. My sauce is bubbling away here. I'm going to add a nice generous couple of handfuls of grated Parmesan cheese. I'll stir it in real quick. Okay. And then I'm going to add back the chicken and let it marry with that sauce and get a nice coat on it. And then when that's done, the pasta should be done, and we'll be ready to put it all together and finalize it. Alright, so my pasta's cooked. I'm ready to add it to the sauce. So I use a spider like this one I got here. I just spoon it right in. I think for me, the best way to do it is this way because it's still piping hot right out of the water, and it soaks up all the flavor and the sauce, whatever kind of sauce you're making. So I think this is the way to do it. You could strain it. If you do though, save some of that pasta water in case you need to loosen up the sauce a little bit. So. Okay, I think I got it all. Okay, so I got all my pasta. I'm going to give this a quick toss. And I still have my stove on low. I want it to simmer just for a few minutes and cook together with the pasta. But I'm not finished yet. I'm going to add another tablespoon of butter. I'm going to add some more grated cheese. This is the sheep's cheese that I got from Sicily. That's going in. It's about a cup. And the bacon. And I'm going to toss this, mix it up, and then we'll try it when it's done. Alright, so we're done with our unbelievable pasta dish. Chicken and broccoli with bow tie pasta, bacon, and cream sauce. And now I'm ready to try it. I want to finish it off with some really good quality, fresh grated Parmesan cheese. And we'll give it a try. Okay. Get a little piece of chicken and broccoli and some bacon. It's unbelievable. It's loaded with flavor. And this you pair up with a white wine. I have a Pinot Grigio. And it goes just perfect. So you gotta try this. It's gonna be a family favorite. You're absolutely gonna love it. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the video.